Hi guys, welcome back to the Soccer Kicks channel where I give you a full review of football releases as well as tips and tricks to get the most out of your product. Today we have Under Armour's Shadow Elite 2 to go over, so let's get right into it. If you're new to Under Armour, the US company has been around since 1996 but got into football about 15 years ago. They started becoming the technical partner of a few clubs, but it wasn't until about 10 years ago that they really got into football boots. To be honest, this is my very first pair of Under Armour boots, and I didn't know what to expect. However, with recent signings like Antonio Rudiger, Eddie Nketiah, and Fermin Lopez, just to name a few, they did grab my attention. The Shadow Elite Silo is their speed boot and it currently sits at $220. The upper is called IntelliKnit, which is the brand's knitted material that has a little bit of stretch. Combined with the Exo Mesh midfoot, you get that sock-like feel, but with a solid amount of structure. And because this extra layer is only on the outside, you still get the knit feel inside the boot, which feels really nice. They have also added a tough rubber piece to the lacing system, which does add a little bit of grip outside your foot and on the instep. Because the laces are running through these areas though, it's not really a Predator-like build where you can catch the ball to really whip it in. Also, these are relatively thin, but not as thin as the Mercurial Vapor, and I think it's because of the dual layer they have put on this upper, which is not a bad thing. Moving on to probably the most unique part of this boot, the sole plate. As you can see, it has a fully carbon fiber plate that is a pretty solid build and has a good amount of snap. When I saw this, it sort of reminded me of the Mercurial Vapor 8 sole plate in terms of looks and performance. The studs are a whole different story though. All of them are bladed and positioned to give you the most traction as possible. This is something you'd really only want to use on natural grass, and the straight blades make it tough to turn. Without circular studs, especially in the forefoot, you're at risk to hurt yourself. Within seconds of having these on, I can feel a little bit of stud pressure throughout because I am on turf and how aggressive they are. Overall though, it's a great speed sole plate, but I would never use these on turf. In terms of fit, they're pretty comfortable out of the box. The knit with the additional layer that runs through the midfoot does a great job of wrapping your feet and give you that snug fit. Again, I bring up that stud pressure, which I almost never experience even on a turf field, but I'm confident I'm feeling this pressure only because I am in fact on a turf field. Judging by the initial fit and feel, I would say these would probably take about 4 to 5 sessions to break in. If you're looking at trying out a pair for yourself, I would recommend going true to size. I normally wear a size 8 US, and the ones on my feet now are a size 8 US. Now let's review the biggest win and loss of these boots. The win here is that I am pleasantly surprised by what Under Armour has made here. They give you everything you want in a speed boot: aggressive sole plate, locked in feel, and a thin upper. You get all of this for $220, which I think is a great price point as it sits right below most, if not all, of its competitors. The biggest loss is that the sole plate really limits who can buy these. I'm a stickler for using the right boots on the right surface. Although you can get away with wearing most firm ground boots on turf, I would never use these on turf because they're simply too aggressive. Hopefully with the next generation, the brand gives us a similar sole plate but with a slightly less aggressive build suitable for turf too. That's the Under Armour Shadow Elite 2 for you. I'll leave a few links in the description in case you're interested in buying these. If you have any questions or opinions about these, leave them down below and I'll answer them as they come. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this video helpful, please be sure to hit that like button and subscribe. See you on the next one.